Vanessa.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for coming, dude.
Thank you for having me.
It was such a long drive for you. I know you're busy.
Thank you.
I started following you not too long ago due to my brother. He tagged me on your post.
Oh, it was him? Okay.
That was my brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's always really cool and interesting for me to meet other people that want to do podcasting or are doing podcasting. But let's start by introducing yourself. If you want to tell people about you, a little bit about you, what you do.
So I'm Vanessa Rivera, born and raised here in Austin, never left. I am a coach, a fitness coach. So I help people with their health and wellness journey. I specifically work with busy women, 9-to-5ers, as well as athletes. So specifically women athletes, but I do have some guys, some boys.
Okay.
And I've been doing that for 4.5 years. And I work for myself. So
okay,
for a year and a half.
Born and raised here in Austin, Texas. What school did you go to?
I went to Del Valley.
Del Valley? Okay, that's not that bad. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that you're a coach.
Yeah.
Before we start getting into the podcasting stuff, how did you start with this job? Yeah.
So I was a dancer. I danced from like 8 years old all the way up until my junior year of high school. So I never really went into the weight room. I never knew what that was. We were never in there. And once I entered college, I gained weight. Like the freshman 15 was really true. And I was studying health and fitness, like exercise sports science is what I was studying. And I knew I wanted to be in the health and wellness space, but I was going for physical therapy. Then I switched into coaching because I had an internship in Westlake and they did both. And I liked the coaching aspect, but I was always overweight. Being in a Hispanic household, I was called Gordita. That was my nickname my whole life. And I was like, well, you know what? If I can help these people and help myself and, how important it is to live a healthy lifestyle, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be the other way around. People think you have to make fitness your whole life, and it's not true. Okay. It has to work around your lifestyle.
All right.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm one of those people. I think I don't know, either you go all in it or you don't. I recently started going to the gym too because I'm getting old. I'm 32. And
shit, I didn't even know you were 32.
Thank you. But my body is kind of like already like telling me like, hey, cut off on the drinking. I'm just drinking one beer. That's it. I know I did stop drinking a bunch though, because I was drinking a lot more, and I was eating a lot. You're on the spot with that Hispanic. The Mexican food is so good though.
But it is good for you. Like it's not bad. It's not like, it's just the way we make it sometimes, like with a lot of oils and like grease. Nomás es grasa. Like that's all it is. But we have nutrition food.
We do, I get that because I rather eat. I had a friend, I forgot who it was. He came by here on the podcast and we were talking about it, and he was saying that it was healthier to eat tacos than a burger from Whataburger.
Oh yeah,
He's like,
for sure.
You go order some tacos. It has the protein. It has like your tortilla, which is like what is it, carbs? I think it's carbs. And he was explaining it to me, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Tacos do sound a lot healthier.
They are so much better. Have you been to Veracruz's tacos?
I have not.
It's so good. So like I just get corn tortilla to save me some calories, and then some fajita or some and then avocado y queso fresco, and that's it. Yeah, it's so much better than to go get a burger.
Yeah.
Like even though like you can add burgers in your lifestyle, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's like I think it's better to eat tacos than a burger every day.
And I mean we have the Mexican culture, and then we have the Texas culture, which is like everything large.
Yeah,
like
Tex-Mex.
Everything big. Like you go to like Chuy's and they give you this huge plates of food, and I feel like I fall into it. I be full and I just keep eating.
Oh, okay.
Well, it used to. Now I'm telling you, my wife started getting into this whole health stuff with her school, and she started telling me like about weight and the fat on your organs and all this stuff, and she's like, no, we need to take care of ourselves better for our kids, for ourselves. So she started kind of implementing a lot of healthy habits on me. She started going to the gym. Actually, that's the reason why I started going to the gym as well. I think it's pretty cool to have somebody that pushes you to do better as a partner.
Yeah. It's fun. I think as a partner, I think also like your partner is the biggest decision you ever make. How many kids do you have?
True. I have 3 kids.
3 kids, nice.
Yeah.
All
girls. Yes.
You're a girl dad.
Yes,
that's so much fun.
And that's one of the reasons why. And if you go down my guest Most of them are girls.
Okay.
Most of them are women, and I love doing that because I want my kids to see this and see how many amazing women are out there doing amazing things. My wife, one of them, you know, and I not that I don't like having guys here, I do like it, but I want my kids to see I want them to have role models, and I don't want them to just to see like, oh, that's a guy thing. Because you were talking about like you never went into a weight room, and I feel like back in the days, or back when I remember being in high school, weights was more for boys. Like, oh yeah, boys, and girls were like, no, I don't want to like get too buff. You know? So that stereotypical things, like I'm trying to like, you know, like have my girls like lean into like, dude, no, if you go to do weights, you're not gonna get. I mean, you could.
You could if you really tried. Like if you really, really tried. But I mean, I think having muscle is going to be more beneficial. Actually, I was talking to one of my clients today, and they were saying that the last 10 decades of your life is like the worst decade of your life because people don't exercise and people don't have muscle. So just like telling me about this doctor here that's saying like you need to work out even as you get older, no matter what, because the muscle is going to help you live a better life. Oh yeah. So I think it's always important to tell your kids, or like I tell my siblings all the time, and like people in my family who are older, and you know, they're like, no, it's para ti. Like, it's not for women. I'm like, well, yes, it is. Like, I'm going to live longer, healthier, having a lot of muscle. It's going to put years, like add years to my life. Yeah, no, yeah. My wife gets that from her mom, I think. She keeps telling her that she's going to look too masculine. And I'm like, dude, other than it is really hard to actually start building muscle. Like, it's not like after a few months of gym, she's going to be like super buff, because it's not that easy. It takes forever, yeah. Oh, at least I think it takes forever, because I don't see any difference sometimes. And then we got to think about like everybody's genetics are different. True, everybody's DNAs are different. I think I get a lot of women that are actually bigger, and then they lose the weight and lose the fat because they see me as like, oh, I'm not, like I wasn't skinny. I mean, and then I got buff. Like I didn't go that way. I was actually bigger and I had a lot of fat on me, and then I lost the weight. And I think a lot of my clients appreciate that because they relate to my story, and they're like, oh, you know, yeah.
It takes a lot of studying. I feel like I started going to the gym and I started learning, and it's not just about going. It's about like knowing what you're doing. And I started using ChatGPT a lot, and I started using ChatGPT as a
ChatGPT can only take you so far.
I know. But for now, I don't have the money to pay a trainer. But like it at least tells you, you know, and not only ChatGPT, but I don't know if you give any advice online about workouts, because I follow a bunch of people that tell you how to, you know, do the exercise. For sure. Or you're doing it wrong if you're doing this, and I think it's pretty cool that you can go online and look at these things, and people teach you how to do things properly.
Yeah, for sure. I think some people I've come across, my best friend ChatGPT, I asked them what. Oh yeah, it could build you a good workout, but it's like, are you looking up how to do it, or you're just doing it? Yeah, because I think that's where people get it wrong. But other than that, then I think it's a pretty good tool for anything. No,
I wish I had money. I want to have
you do manifest it.
I'm
very big on that.
I don't believe in that.
But I mean, I like manifest it to like put it out in the world, and then you work hard for it. Like period, point blank. It's always gonna happen.
I'm always telling people I don't believe in them and that, but for some reason everything that I've wanted I have.
There you go.
So I guess I don't. It's just that I don't want to give credit to manifesting things. I want to give myself credit. Like I did it. It wasn't because I I don't know. It kind of takes it away from me if I say like, oh, I'm putting it.
But you put it into the world. Like you made it happen.
It makes sense. I think I saw a video where you were giving advice about like wanting more things and doing things so you can achieve them.
Yeah, for sure. I think we get so stuck on like we want more, and I get like that. I think a lot of people are like that we always want more and more, but we don't appreciate what we already have. Yeah. Like everything that I have is everything I've ever wanted. Like I have a dog. I have my job. I work for myself. I have a husband. It's like I've manifested all these things because I worked for it, but I don't appreciate it all the time. I'm always like, I want more in my career. And like I just don't appreciate what I have in front of me. So I always lose sight of it, and I'm always telling everybody like, and like people, my friends tell me all the time, like, you're always so hard on yourself. You need to like relax. Take it day by day.
It's hard. I mean, I feel like social media has a big role on that. I feel like a lot of people look at other people's lives, and they're like, "Oh, I want that." Like, I mean, I can tell you because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you have a podcast? That's so cool." And to me, it's just so simple. I'm like, dude, you can do it too.
Yeah.
Like, it's never like, "Oh, no," like, you know, it's impossible or like it's hard. I'm always like, dude, it is really easy. Just gather and like save up some money. You don't even have to buy so much. I saw a video where you were talking about like there's cheap mics out there, and like there's things that you can do to start. I didn't start with everything. I started with, if you go down to my few first episodes, they sound ugly. They sound really ugly, and that's because I wanted it to be like that. I wanted it to progressively get better, and I wanted people to see it that way. If people want to do it, they don't get discouraged because they see like, oh, you have the Mac and you have the mics, and I'm like, no, dude, like it didn't start like that. It started in my kitchen in an apartment. You know, it started in my kitchen in my apartment with no video. It was just audio with some cheap mics that I got from Amazon, and I mean, I didn't know where I was going with it. Now let's jump into the podcast stuff, because you were recently, you know, like getting involved in you. I feel like you're a creator already, right? You make a lot of content.
Yeah, I've been making content consistently for 2.5 years, almost 3 years, I would say. Yeah, because 2022, 23, 24, yeah.
What kind of content would you say that you make?
I started with health and fitness. Okay. I was just posting like workouts, and then like I started getting into more educational, talking about why women should lift, like women don't eat enough, everything like that. And then now I feel like I post more relatable content.
Okay.
Relatable lifestyle. And I ended up thinking about doing a podcast for such a long time. I was sitting on it for 9 months, and the only reason I didn't start it right away was because of my job. Like, because I had just started my business, and I was like, I'm not gonna start something right now if I'm like just focused on my career, personal training and meeting all these people, like just investing so much in seminars and everything. And so I was like, you know what? Like, I think I'm ready. We're moving closer to Austin, which I'm so excited about. And I've just met so many people these past couple years within my career. And I was like, I need to like talk about these stories with people.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, there's so many people who can relate to it, and like that won't feel alone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, my next question was why a podcast, but you kind of answering it right there.
Community too. Like, community is a big thing in Austin, and I think there's some podcasters here in Austin, but it's like financial or like health and wellness, and I really wanted to be like unfiltered conversations with real people.
Yeah. Because I follow a few of them, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really listen to them because, like you said, they're either financial stuff, which is I'm like, I don't really have money, so I don't really need advice because I don't have it. No, but I do like that, just conversations with people. Like, what are you trying to gain out of it though? Because I can tell you that my podcast started because I'm selfish, and I've told people this a bunch of times. I am a selfish person that wants to be better, and I know that I can be better if I don't talk to people. I used to, like, high school and like most of my 20s, I used to be really to myself. Okay. And I always felt like I was better than others back then. I still kind of do. So for some reason,
that's okay.
I've talked to a lot of creators, and creators think they're better than others. Not in a bad way. It's not like you, how do I say it? It's not like you're making people feel less, but like you just kind of feel better. I had a bodybuilder here, and I was telling him, because he wakes up early in the morning to work out, and he's buff, and I asked him, do you feel better than people, like when you walk in a room and you're like all jacked up, and he's like, hell yeah, dude, like I bust my ass up, so like I get that confidence of like feeling better than people. Not in a bad way. Again, it's not in a bad way. But when I started the podcast, I was like, okay, I want to be better. I want to be a better person. And it was not working for me to figure everything out on my own. Yeah. So I ended up thinking, I need to talk to people. I need to talk to people and kind of not steal, but like kind of like get the info that they have from life. Because I don't understand life. Life is complicated to me. Even now, I'm 32 and I'm super lost, dude. Like I have kids, and my kids may ask me things, and it's complicated to explain to them how life works and how everything is, how things work. So I started talking to people for that reason. I was like, I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna make myself better by having conversations with people that that their life is like such opposite of mine. That way I get those experiences myself. For you, when you, I mean, starting this podcast, is it what are you trying to gain out of it?
I think I'm trying to learn more outside of my field.
Okay.
So like I'm very big on like mental health. I'm very big on like what's going on in the world, like politics, and that's another topic. But then I'm very big on like people in the music industry, like I'm just very curious about what people do, because there's so many different industries that we don't know a lot of people. Like I recently talked to a singer here in Austin, and she was explaining like she's like from El Paso and all this stuff, and I was just like, oh my gosh, her experience so far as a singer and how hard it is in the music industry. I'm just like, well, shit, like that's really hard because it is a male dominant industry. So like learning more, providing value to people, as well as maybe helping people not feel so alone. Okay. Because I feel like there's a lot of stories and a lot of people, because I felt so alone for a long time in college. I felt like I had nobody to talk to or nobody who could relate to me. Mind you, I went to a very white school, but for my 1.5 years. But other than that, like I never felt that alone. And I know a lot of people feel alone now in comparison on social media, but in reality, it's like social media is only like 1% of your life. Yeah. It's only what people want to share. Yeah. And I truly believe that. I think social media can be a good thing and a bad thing. But I always tell people like your mental health is like the most important, because, and all my coaches have told me this, my mentors, when I started personal training, if like your mind's not right, then nothing is right. Yeah. So I'm very big on like mental health as well. I think my favorite, so I've had I've had 70 people apply to be on the podcast. Right. Congratulations. Thank you. That's pretty cool. It's insane. And I had like so many people DM me from the TikTok video. And I think the most like incredible person I talked to recently was somebody who works for J Balvin. And I was like, oh shit, like how did you get that gig? And she comes from a small like farm town, like out in the middle of Missouri. And she works for J Balvin. It's humbling. I feel like it's humbling. I've met people here too that I've met, I guess artists that are pretty big. Santa Fe Clan, I've met a girl that kind of worked for him for a while, and doing like PR stuff. And I've never felt like, I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I don't think is that cool. I feel like there's better jobs out there that are cooler. At least for me, I feel like teachers are amazing. Teachers are like very underrated. The underrated job. They need to get paid more. They deserve a lot more. I had some really cool teachers, and I'm like, ain't no way that they get paid this much. Now I make more than them, which is crazy, because I'm like, I literally learned a lot from these teachers, and they not only just school stuff, but like a lot of life lessons. Yeah. Because some of them were really good, and I'm just like, they ain't no way they're getting paid this little, and then they're always trying to cut education funds and all this stuff. But I don't know. I feel. But that's okay. Like everybody has their own opinion. Yeah, everybody has their own like, oh, that's more cool. Like I talked to a lawyer and she works in criminal law, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like people don't know like the work that they put in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's like different stories, and like people seeing these stories and like what they've been through, you're gonna be like, oh shit, then I can do it. Yeah, like, I can do that. Yeah. It's just gonna take time. Like it's gonna take a lot of time, trust me, because I'm 26 and I've been invested in my career since I was like 20. Yeah, no, my one of my goals is to venture into everything and anything that I want something. I've had artists here that make music. I've had people that do. I recently had a guy that freestyles. Oh no way! Really? Yeah. So he invited me too. And I had a comedian, and they have a comedy show every Tuesday. I forgot. His name is Luis. I forgot where. But they have open mic every Tuesday. Is it downtown? It's downtown, yeah. So I've they've invited me. I had another girl. Her name was Angelica. She does open mic as well. And they've invited me, and I'm like, dude, I feel like comedy is something that I can do. I feel like freestyle is something that I can do. Like anything that, even making music. Like I wish I had the money, because you kind of need money for But I'm like, I feel like I can do all these things, except for school. I can't really do school. School's not for everybody. It's not. No. My wife, she be doing homework till like 12, 1 a.m. Like busting her ass up, and I'm just like, no, I'm more of a hands-on type of, like, I like to like mess I'm more around. Of a visual learning. Same. I rather see and learn than to be reading. I'm not really good at reading, I have a few books that are really good, and I haven't. What's your favorite book?
I read Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. So fiction?
Yeah, I guess fiction. And then I was reading How to Be a Great Dad. It's over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I read half of it. Really good. I didn't have a dad. My dad was not in my life. So being a dad was kind of hard for me because I didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, you kind of know how to be a parent, how to be how to take care of your kid. But like outside of that, like I was telling you, like explaining them things. Like I wanna be able to explain to them what trying to fit in and how it's wrong, not wrong, but like how it can lead you to like, you know, bad decisions. Because my mom, I understood this way later on, and this is all because of I'm gonna say because of the podcast. I started realizing a lot of the decisions that I made as a kid were based on me trying to fit into groups and trying to like get validation from social media, from my friends. And, you know, I got into a lot of trouble. I started doing drugs, started drinking alcohol. And all of these things are like, I want to teach my kids, like, you might see your friends doing these things, but like, you don't have to do it. Have to, yeah. And something in me would tell me that it was bad. Because I remember saying like, I'm never going to smoke. Like, I'm never going to smoke. Like, I remember being a freshman and I'm like, dude, I had cousins that would get high and I would look at them and I'd be like, damn, that's like, they messed up their lives. And then by my junior year, I was already like smoking a bunch. And it was because my friends would do that. So, you know, explaining these things to kids is hard, especially because you don't understand them yourself. And it's like, how do I explain fitting in and society and how it's wrong to like look at people a certain way because they're from somewhere. Like, you know, right now with politics, there's that whole thing that's going on right now, which is like really divisive. And it's not that I want my kids to learn about it, but I kind of want them to like know
what's going on.
Yeah. And it's hard.
I don't have kids, so no.
Planning?
But I mean,
do you want to?
I don't want the kids.
No, that's good.
But I'm the oldest daughter, so I had to like be another parent for my siblings.
Same. Yeah.
So I think I know where you're going, and I explaining to them like you don't have to be you. Like on like every time I do something, my husband's always like, be you. Like that's everything. Every time I ever had an interview on my way over here, he's like, be you. Like, and like I'm like always. But I think it's like, as you're growing up, they're going to have to learn. They're going to have to go through something. It's not like something you can tell them. Because I was the same way. Like, I always try to fit in. Never happened. Like, I was a dancer. It still didn't fit in with the people that I danced with. So once I started, like, realizing in college, like, I have to just be me. And it takes a while. Trust me. Like, in your early 20s and now, I feel a little lost. But
oh, wait till you're 30.
Well, I heard your 30s are wonderful. So I'm excited. Yeah. But yeah, always like be you. Don't like listen to anybody else. If you want to do something, do it. You'll never learn if you never try. Like most people never like you failed. Okay, great. Most people never try. Yeah. So that's what I always like tell myself. Like I tried. If I failed, I'll try again. Like keep going. And you know, I've gotten pretty far, at least for me in my eyes, in my career. So like, for example, I haven't told anybody really, but I'm going to be working with the NFL Combine in January and February. Okay. So with the collegiate students who want to be in NFL. So, and it's because I'm putting myself out there. I'm being myself. Thank you. Like I'm being myself. I'm telling people what I believe in. And it is a women industry that you can be in. Fitness is usually male, but women, anybody can do whatever they want. And if they put their mind into it.
Love it. I like that you cater for women. Although sometimes and I follow a lot of girls and they're always like amigas and I'm like, oh, this is not for me.
It's okay.
I'm like, damn.
It's funny because my husband's best friend is like, oh, am I your amiga too? And I'm like, yes, you are.
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah, no, I mean, I still watch the videos, but then I'm like, damn, maybe they're not making a video for me. They're trying to cater to like a different,
for sure.
Different, you know, so I kind of feel bad sometimes. I try not to be, I don't believe in, it's not that I don't believe in genders. I don't believe in like masculine and feminine. I feel everybody's the same.
Everybody's the same, yeah.
But it is true. And I can see how a lot of industries are more male dominated. Yeah. Which sucks, right?
All my mentors have mainly been men.
Yeah.
For me. So like all of them, I had one female mentor and that's it. So it's like, you know.
What about coaches? Have you met other
I've met so many coaches. What's it called? From everywhere. Like there's so many from New York that I know, from California, some in Arizona, like just so many coaches everywhere. And I'm just like, damn, like I'm over here in Austin.
Austin is pretty cool. Was being a coach like a dream of yours? Like did you want to what did you want to be when you were in school? Did you have a goal?
Honestly, I didn't know. I wanted to be like a physical therapist.
Okay.
My family was really like, okay, if you're gonna go to school, they're very hard on me. They're just like, you need to do something that it's gonna make a lot of money.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, so what am I? So okay, health. I was thinking of like nurse, but I was like, no, I don't want to be a nurse. They're just like undervalued, and they deserve more. Like they deserve more pay. True. Nurses like take care of the patients a lot.
Although they get paid pretty well, they deserve more. I was in the hospital for a month. My appendix bursted.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
This was like high school. And because of my bad eating habits, the doctors told me, like, dude, you've been eating a lot of grease, a lot of spicy food, and then, it all comes with hot Cheetos, like all that stuff. No. Yeah. So it bursted, and I had really good nurses. They took care of me for a month, and I was like, dude, being a nurse is so cool. Especially, I'm telling you, my girl be explaining things to me about the body and how it works.
Yeah.
And it's other than me watching her give birth, which is I think is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. Don't get mad.
Sorry,
to me, my wife and women in general are God in sort of like a way, because it's just amazing, dude.
Oh, it's insane.
It's insane.
I've worked with a lot of like women who are pregnant and they still work out, and like I help them because I train them strength training, and then we go through like stretching. So I stretch them, like hands-on stretching, mobility. And one of my clients recently had her baby, and she's like, it went amazing. Like all the work that we put in, like it helped.
Yeah.
Like it's insane. It's the most incredible thing. And shout out to them, because I get scared. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm okay.
If I was a girl, I wouldn't have kids either. It's but shout out to them. I was gonna ask you something and I totally forgot, because you mentioned something about the podcast, and I was just like, okay.
Oh, like who I'm gonna have, or
before that, I mean, you mentioned something about you're always your husband tells you to be yourself.
Yes.
How would you explain being yourself? That's actually one of the questions that I like to ask the people the most, other than what do you believe on and why. But how do you explain to somebody what being yourself is like? And I'm gonna give you a little story about myself, so you can understand a little bit where I'm coming from. I started realizing around my 25s that everything that I believed in was not real.
Okay.
Due to the places where I was born, the family that I was born with, none of that was my decision, right? I didn't choose to be born in certain places or like status. So I stopped believing in God, right? I was really religious, and I stopped believing in God. So that kind of like stumbled my way of being in a way where I was like, well, what am I? Who am I? Mm-hmm. It's a really common question that I feel like a lot of people don't.
Did you grow up religious?
Super religious. Like my mom, Católica. Mm-hmm. I remember church every Sunday, catecismos, like retiros, like all this pretty cool stuff. I think religion's pretty cool. But when I started like thinking for myself, because I feel like most of the times a lot of people just follow, they don't really think outside of what they're taught. I started realizing that I didn't really believe in it. Okay. And I started making my own decisions and my own ideas. And so that kind of stumbled me into like taking like little blogs of my youth and like of my childhood. And since I didn't believe, I kind of lost sense of myself, and I'm still lost. I was just telling you, I'm still lost. I don't really believe in anything. I feel like everything that we are is kind of an outcome of the experiences that we don't choose. Because you don't really choose your experiences. You might choose to go a certain way, but what happens is is out of your power. So when it comes to like me being myself, it's really hard for me to say I am this way, because I really didn't really choose those experiences. So I can't really be like, I'm gonna be myself, because I'm telling you, I don't know who I am. So like for you, how would you define who you are as a person?
Like just like not characteristics, but
well, I guess everything. I mean, the way that you act. I mean, the way that you are as a person comes from your experiences, right?
Yes. So, I mean, you come from a Hispanic household. My family was religious, but I didn't go to church every Sunday. So growing up, I was told, okay, you need to be like this. You need to do this. You're the oldest. You need to help us. Like, you need to work early. I worked right when I was 16. I think your childhood really shapes you and who you become. But you also I always tell everybody, and a lot of my friends that I tell, they're like, oh, wow, I can't believe you did that. I set boundaries with my family.
Yeah.
Once I saw, because my parents got separated when I was going into high school, and seeing their relationship crumble and like me being in the middle of it, and it was just not a fun time for me. I think high school period with that, and then on top of like school and dance and just trying to fit in, it was just so much for me. I think what I tell people now to be you is like, don't care what people think. You're the only person ever in your way is you, to be yourself and to take risks, go for it. Like, who cares? We're on a fucking floating rock, for gosh sakes.
Okay, yeah.
We're on a floating rock. Who cares what people think? And, no matter what you do, people are always going to have something to say.
Yeah.
So no matter what, even if it's like friends that tu familia, tu tias, like everybody's going to have something to say. And it doesn't even matter. Like setting those boundaries was probably the biggest thing I did with my family. They did not appreciate it. They were still kind of like, when I had my wedding, they wanted to invite all these people that I haven't talked to in years. And I said, they're not invited. They're not coming. And it's just, also setting boundaries with friends. I think that's a big thing that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because in high school, I tried to be like my friends. Like, I tried to like be like them. And I'm just like, that's not who I am. When I was growing up, I was such a tomboy. I loved WWE. That was like the biggest thing for me. I went to like go see John Cena in Austin. He came to the Moody Center. And I think I'm still like a very tomboyish person. And obviously, like you said, there's no like feminine, finding my feminist, whatever you say, it was like, okay, like I can be a little girly. Like I'm still, but I think being yourself is the most important thing, because you're going to be like so freeing. And obviously you're in a different situation. Like, you're still trying to figure it out. And I think, how old were you when you had your kids?
I was 21 when I had my first.
And I think having kids at a young age, like you're still learning with them.
Yeah.
You're still growing with them. My mom had me at 16.
Yeah. Oh.
And like my mom, for a long time, I love her to death. She treated me like her sister more than her daughter. And I was just like, you're not my sister, you're my mom, right? As I got to a certain age where I understood. Oh. So, I mean, you have one life. Like, you're learning it. My mom's learning it. Like, we're still learning together. Like, this is your first time living.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm just, I want to know. I like knowing. And it kind of bothers me that I don't know. And when I talk about myself, I also... So I'm telling you, everything kind of spiraled. I started like questioning myself and who I was, and that kind of made me think about like purposes and like what my purpose in here in life is. And this is one of the things that I want to teach my kids, like, about purposes, because it's something like really that people throw it out there like it's really simple, like like even there's commercials about it, like people were telling you. I started like questioning a lot of the stuff that society shows you, and not just social media, but ads and movies, and they're like, be yourself, and they're showing a lady doing her makeup, and they kind of like, it's kind of like a way of them telling you that in order for you to be yourself, you have to buy things.
Yes.
You have to be materialistic. Like, oh, you want to feel like yourself, buy these shoes, or buy this, or like do this, or you're gonna feel yourself if you go on vacation to this spot. Like, they sell you these things and people don't question it, and they want them. They just want them. So that's what I'm telling you. Not only fitting in with friends, but society as a whole is just really complicated for me to understand and to try to go into things when I don't understand them. And I feel like everyone is lost, but not everyone is searching. And that's what it kind of bothers me, that a lot of people don't think about it, because I feel like
a lot of people don't think about it. They just spend their money like nothing.
Yes. And alcohol and drugs. I'm gonna say, I just drank the beer, right? But I have a lot of friends that drink way too much, and I tell them too. I'm like, hey bro, like, it's okay for you to drink. I'm not saying quit. I'm not saying quit smoking, because it's fun. I used to smoke a lot. I do it every once in a while, when there's like an event or like,
like calm your nerves.
yeah, like every once in a while. A beer, same. Like, I drink it one every once in a while. But I have friends or like I know people that are in the industry of like clubbing, and that's all they do. And I'm just like, dude, I don't think that's a good way of living, and you should question it.
Well, most people do it to escape their problems.
Oh, dude, don't. Yes, yeah.
Well, it's the truth. Like whether if it's drinking or alcohol or it's buying things because it gives you that dopamine in that minute. Me and my husband actually talk about this a lot. Like we talk about how money can bring you freedom and like things, but actual things don't bring you happiness. Yeah. Like there's so many billionaires that are so unhappy and so many millionaires, whatever. They're so unhappy because they don't have like love in their life, or obviously I don't know them, but most people, are the richest are the unhappiest because they think that money was going to fulfill their problems, or what's it called? That's why I always say this. Your partner is like the biggest decision you make. Who you marry is the biggest decision. I don't care what anybody says. That's bigger than your job, because there's so much, like, what is it? 70 or 80% people get divorced, or most people like are just trying to find somebody that like fits their lifestyle or fits their criteria. And it's just never like that. Like if you fall in love with somebody and you're like, this is my best friend.
Dude, a couple, it's so interesting. I even started realizing what love means. I'm telling you, questioning yourself is the best thing that you can do, because you can find out a lot of things. With partners, I started realizing what love is. And I have a few definitions of love, but I think I base myself more in the aspect of dopamine and how your body releases. So you don't really fall in love with the person, you fall in love with how they make you feel, which is, it kind of opens your eyes once you start realizing, because you can be in a really, what do you call it? Toxic relationship. Yeah. And since it's all this dopamine and all this stuff that your body's releasing because you're with them and they're fighting and they're arguing, your body kind of gets used to it, right?
Used to it, yeah.
I'm telling you, I started realizing all these things, and I started learning a lot about myself in a way. And I started noticing that a lot of the things that I do are not even my decision, but they're just habits. Okay, yeah. Most of them are habits, right? So I can't even trust myself. At one point, I was just like, so what am I doing? Like, am I really happy? Am I really? I would tell myself, I'm happy drinking. Like I'll be out of the downtown 6th Street, drinking and getting home, driving drunk, which is something super awful that I'm not proud of. But I would tell myself that I was happy, and I felt like I was happy in a way. But now realizing it, I had a lot of problems. Yeah. And like you're saying, you're coping. We're all coping, and now I've realized that it's a lot better to find healthier coping mechanisms, like gym. Yeah. I feel like gym, exercise, and running. Talking, dude. I feel like talking is so underrated as well. You can talk to.
Well, a lot of people don't know how to talk.
A lot of people don't know how to talk.
Don't know how to have a conversation.
They don't. No, a lot of people feel like you're attacking them. I like to tell people that I feel like I'm an open person, and I'm willing to not criticize, but like if you point something out about me, I like to like kind of learn from it. But I've been noticing things from people. Okay. Give me an example. Well, like I was saying, my friends drinking and doing drugs, and I be telling them like, hey, bro, like, you should slow down. And I'm only telling you this because I care. It's like, if I didn't really care, like I wouldn't really mention it. Yeah. And they see it as a way of like, hey, well, it's my life, like you can't really tell me what to do. And I'm like, well, it's because I care about you. Like, it's not that I want to criticize you, and I don't want to say that you are making bad decisions, but you kind of are. You kind of are. There's a lot of other things that you can do to cope with the things, or think about it at least. A lot of my friends don't think about their problems. They have pushed them so far down their brains that they don't even know what they felt. Yeah. And it's trauma. A lot of people, I remember joking about it when I was in high school in my 20s. I was like, trauma, dude, like, like that's lame. Yeah. Like, therapist, like, who needs that? Like, just keep going, just work, just ignore it. Met my wife. She started like talking to me about like what she was seeing me, and I started realizing, dude, I have a lot of trauma. I have a lot of problems. I never sat down and thought about how it felt not to have a dad. Never. You know, I was like 26 and I started realizing, well, how did I feel as a kid not having a dad? And I started realizing it felt awful. I remember seeing my friends with their dads.
Yeah.
And it's something that I never thought about, and I'm gonna start crying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna start crying. I already did that, which is amazing. I cried when I started realizing all that stuff. And it's not even like a cry of like sadness. Your body kind of releases.
Yeah, your body holds a lot of trauma.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm telling you, a lot of people don't do this. A lot of people don't think about their problems. A lot of people don't think about what they're doing with their lives or why they're doing it. That's why I was asking you, like, about being yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it's very common in our like Hispanic household. Like, it's not something you talk about. Oh, you're sad. We'll go do something. Oh, go outside and go play, or go through. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and society, and I feel like it's not just Hispanics, because I feel like that's why we have the internet, is just to distract us.
Selves, yes.
Jobs, money, bills, like all these things. And I'm not saying people don't do it because they're not smart enough. I feel like a lot of them are just really busy with life.
Yeah.
Life is just kicking everybody's ass. My life be kicking my ass. You know, there's times where I'm just like, damn, like I have to work so many hours. I want to see my kids.
Yeah.
Like we got to pay these bills. Like, you know, like I got to go get we get sick. So like it's all just distractions that don't let us think. And that's why I'm like, I don't really like, and I don't believe in society at all as well. I feel like it's just all messed up. Like,
well, I think here, like specifically, they try to get us more sick. They try to make us spend more. Like, I think overall here specifically, like they just want us to like work 60 hours a week, all day, every week, you know. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. It happens.
But people, like we were saying, like, it fills that void because they don't want to talk about it. Trauma is a big thing. I think everybody should go to therapy no matter what. I started therapy not that long ago, and honestly, the first session was like hard because the first session was hard because they're like just asking you, oh, well, why? Like, why do you think you feel this way?
See, I'm telling you, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
No. I've told a lot of people about ChatGPT, and they're always like, dude, don't be using it. It's all about how you use it. I really feel like it's all about how you use it.
Yes.
I use ChatGPT to help me structure my thoughts, not to tell me what I'm thinking.
Oh, no, yeah. It's ChatGPT kind of got far. There's like some incidents that happen, but that's why I'm just like, don't rely on, rely on it.
Just like I don't trust in people and I don't trust in myself and all the things, I don't trust in technology either. But it did help me realize a bunch of things that kind of were there already. Yeah. I'm telling you, it structures the way that you think in a way where even you understand it. Because I don't know if you've realized or it's ever happened to you where you feel like you understand something, but you can't explain it.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot. And I'm telling you, with my kids, it happens to me a lot. Like, they're like, oh, why do we have to go to work? And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to explain to them. But I don't want to give them just because we gotta make money. Like, you know, but like, it has to be like, I try to tell them, I like to think that your job should give you some type of like fulfilledness or some type of purpose on your. So you should feel good at what you're doing. You shouldn't just be doing things for money because it's kind of bad. So I like to tell them that what I do remodeling, and I feel fulfilled. Kind of like seeing me finish something. Yeah. You know, like we go into kitchens and we remodel them. And I like to see the before and after. It's just like a process and working with my hands. And then I get like fulfilledness from families using something that I built. It's just really good for me, for my
seeing like the results and them happy with it and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
And realizing that a family is gonna live here and they're gonna use this kitchen that I built. Yeah. Does your job give you that? I mean, it's pretty cool to help people out.
It does. Like I said, whenever it comes to personal training, it's not just the physical. Like I hear their stories, that hour I'm with them, or what they're going through, or what's going on in their lives. Like it's not just the physical, but also the mental, emotional. Some people do like exercise with me in personal training to not think about what's going on outside of their life. That hour's for them. Like they're working on themselves. They're happy that they're putting this hour in. And it brings me a lot of fulfillment because I'm able to see them from start to finish. I've had clients for almost like, I've had one specific client with me for almost 2 years. Oh, great. And then like some people stayed with me for a year. Obviously, like, for example, I had that pregnant lady. She just had her baby. Like, and it brings me fulfillment no matter what. Like, if it's not aesthetic goals, it's like, oh, I'm having this baby, or I'm tired of being in pain. I want to feel better. Like, I'm going to Italy. I want to be able to walk longer. You know, it's not always about the aesthetics. And that's another thing I try to like talk about online is not everybody's goal is for aesthetics. They just want to live an overall healthy lifestyle. So that's like my main like niche or speech that I always say about fitness. Yeah.
I've never thought about it like that either. I want to be fit for aesthetics. I mean, I feel like it's fair, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, it naturally comes with it.
Yeah.
But if you're always thinking about it, it's like, you're going to be disappointed.
Yes.
So you need to like think, okay, how am I feeling? How am I doing? Oh, I lift more weight this week. Okay, great.
Oh, yeah.
I ate better this week. Oh, okay, I'm getting in more protein. Like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, as a coach, I don't know if you have an explanation of why it's really easy to get into bad habits and not good ones. Because, dude, this is the 4th time that I've gotten into the gym. And I think the longest that I went to the gym for was for a year, and I saw good progress.
Good, yeah.
Although I wasn't eating as good, and I know from I'm telling you, reading a bunch of TikToks from reading and TikTok that your what you eat is mostly
it's really important.
Yeah, is more important than working out. Like, you could work out a bunch
because you're in the gym, you're ripping your muscles apart, and you're like tearing everything apart. So your sleep and your recovery and your eating is the most important thing on what you do outside. A lot of people don't walk.
Yeah.
The average American gets like 4,000 steps a day.
Oh my God.
And you need 8 to 10. People obviously who are really overweight, I'm like, hey, let's start 7,000 steps and then we'll go up from there. But yeah, I think eating is the most important. Like I said, like, we're both like Hispanic, so we can naturally make food.
Yeah.
Like, I had somebody who is pre-diabetic, and I made them a whole 7-day recipe, and there was like a Hispanic, like, I made pozole on there, and he was like, I can eat pozole? I'm like, yeah, you just got to make it healthier. You just got to add more like nutrients in it.
Well, I mean, eating healthy is one thing, and I feel like a lot of the reasons why I don't eat healthy is mainly the making the food.
Time consuming, yeah.
Dude,
it's a lot, for sure. That's why I tell everybody, either meal prep or know what you're gonna have the whole week in one day. Like, just meal prep.
You help out with meal preps as well?
I do. I help out with meal preps, like not making the food, but like a meal plan. Yeah. Because people don't want to think about it. They just cook everything on Saturday. And I tell a lot of people, if you don't want the food touching, there's people who don't like the food, the food touching. I'm like, just do the protein in one bowl, do the veggies and whatever in the other bowl, pack it up in the morning, and then just go. Like, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to think about it. And it's the easiest thing. I buy meal preps from a company, and I'm just like, I don't have to think about what I'm eating. And I just eat what I have.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, I feel like if I didn't have kids, it'd be easier. But
you can make it an activity with the kids. Like,
no, I'm saying, like, they don't really like to eat the same thing all the time.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people don't like to eat the same thing all the time.
I mean, I don't either. I mean, I could probably do it if I really wanted to. Like, if I'm like, oh, I want to lose weight, but I've done it. I feel like I've done it. I've put my goals, and then I'm like, I'm gonna eat nothing but chicken this week, which is
you don't have to always eat chicken.
No, but like, I'm saying, like, if you really want to get to those goals, I remember seeing this video of it was this lady and this guy that were training with a trainer that was doing the movies of the Marvel movies with Iron Man and Thor.
Yes.
Yeah, and I remember him telling them, you're gonna eat chicken this whole week with rice and broccoli. Everything's steamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's doing it for a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, over a healthy person doesn't always have to eat chicken all the time.
No. But I'm saying, like, if your goal is to, like, because they had a month, I think, and in a month they changed. Like, just a month of eating like that changed them a lot.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if people really wanted to,
they would, but it's just not sustainable.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not sustainable. I think that's where people are like, I think also a lot of people do it for other people. They don't do it for themselves. Yeah. They're like, oh, I have to look this certain way. Yeah. And sometimes, honestly, I still struggle sometimes because I'm just like, well, shit, like, I've been lifting for almost 6 years and I still don't look like the way I want to. But that's just how I am. I can't change my bones. Like, I'm made the way I am. And like, there's a lot of people who are really thin in my industry, or like, we're thinner and then they build up some muscle. Like, there's, at least for me, there hasn't been a lot of coaches that were actually bigger and then lost the weight and then maintained it. So that's like I can talk all day and every day, but yeah, it's just not sustainable. And a lot of people do it for other people and not themselves. Yeah.
I can honestly tell you that I do it to look like anime characters.
I know. I'm over here looking at everything. I'm just like, okay, wow.
I actually told ChatGPT, and I don't know if you watch anime, but I told ChatGPT I want to look like what's this guy's name? I can show you a picture in a little bit. He's from JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, and he's a rip dude. And I'm just like, oh, I want to look like him.
The only reason I know about Dragon Ball Z is because of my uncle. He would always watch it as I was growing up. I'm like, why are you watching this?
I'm a big fan of anime, but Toji sent him.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you a picture. He is buff. He's ripped. And I told ChatGPT I want to look like this guy, and it kind of like gave me like a workout where he was like, okay, well, he looks like this. He has like big shoulders and a big back because that's what he looks. So he's like, okay, so we're gonna focus a little bit more on that, and it kind of gave me like a plan of what to do every day and how much to sleep. I'm telling you, it kept telling me like, but the most important thing is how much you eat,
and
your
sleep.
your protein intake, and getting 10 hours of sleep. And I'm like, oh, I can't afford to get 10 hours of sleep. I just can't.
Also like fiber. Fiber is a big thing.
I mean, I feel like in food, it comes in food, like, but I don't.
Well, you got to make sure you get enough.
So you measure all these things for yourself?
Well, not everything, but like I eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of yogurt.
Yeah.
What else is in fiber? There's this high protein tortilla that has like 12 grams of fiber. There's some protein bars that have fiber. Like you got to be careful, right? You always have to make sure it's not filled with junk. But the average American doesn't get enough fiber. That's another thing, and that's why we get hungrier faster, and like that's another thing. It's the protein and the fiber as well.
I feel like I'm
He's like, wait,
I'm not that bad, I guess. I feel like I don't do that bad. My mom is a vegetarian. Well, was a vegetarian.
Okay.
So most of my childhood, I was a vegetarian. But then, see, I started like rebelling against it. So I feel like I got overweight because I didn't want to follow those steps.
The steps, yeah.
Which is really weird. As a kid, you just kind of want to do your own thing.
And then you hit 18 and you're like, oh shit.
Damn, my mom was right. I was like,
yes, exactly.
I remember telling she would tell me like, eat well, so you can be healthy, like, and I would just be like, nah, like I'm gonna eat McDonald's every day. I remember high school eating McDonald's almost every day, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
My husband ate McDonald's for college every day. Like the first year, he's like, "Oh, we're going to McDonald's." I'm like, "That's disgusting."
It is disgusting.
I
still eat it. Every once in a while, I like to get hot and spicy because it just brings memories.
Yeah.
I didn't have much money back then, so hot spices were like $1.
Oh yeah, no, we would eat McDonald's all the time. We'd go to Fiesta right there, go grocery shopping at Fiesta.
Dude, we would go to CC's.
Oh no,
you can't do it.
I got food poisoning.
Oh no, don't tell me that.
Yeah,
I haven't been to CC's in a while, but.
No, that was the worst experience. I came home, saw my family, went to CC's, and I drove back home and I got food poisoning.
Oh no.
It was the worst experience of my life. It's like I'm never going back there again.
No,
have you been to Cabo Bob's?
I have.
It's so good.
It is.
It's probably my favorite place ever.
Yep. I actually, because of anime, I started getting into Asian food.
Yeah. And it's very nutritious.
Yes.
Very nutritious. Yeah.
I'm always seeing memes that like I've never seen an Asian person, a fat Asian person.
No, their food is very nutritious. Very. There's like a lot of bone broth in their food.
Yes.
Pho is so good.
And it's so good.
What else? What else? The ramen's not even bad. Like if you choose the right ramen, like it's just because other countries and other, they don't make stuff with a bunch of shit in it.
No, yeah. It is true that here in America, they're just trying to poison us. They want to make us weak. They want to make us weak. They don't want them to think for ourselves. Because
then you get sick, then you spend money on healthcare and you spend all this money to get better. And then
it's a whole business, dude. I can talk about politics and the government because I try not to, dude. I try not to because it's a whole thing where like I had a person over and I think we touched on some stuff and I had not a lot but a few comments about how we should go back to Mexico, and I was just like, wow, that is insane because
my
I've
dad wants
lived
to go
here
back
my whole life. Like, where am I gonna go? You know, like I'm literally from here.
You know what's crazy though? Like whenever I was in high school, I went to go see my family in Mexico City. So my family's from San Luis Potosí and Monterrey, but they live in Mexico City now. And I asked them, I was like, you wouldn't ever want to leave your country? Like, just because I was younger, right? And we lived over here. I said, you wouldn't ever want to live? They're like, no, mija, no, it's nice over here. I'm always like, because every time we go, I'm like, why are y'all always off? They work 4 days a week, I think. They don't work every day. I work literally almost every day. My only day is off Saturday.
Same, yeah. Sunday, actually. Every day. No. Sunday is my only day off too. Although I do like working. I'm not gonna say I don't. I don't like to not idolize, but like say the places are good. I feel like every place could be good depending on your lifestyle.
Oh no, for sure.
I haven't been to Mexico in forever.
Yeah.
I was like 6 when they brought me here, and I haven't been back, and I don't really wanna. Maybe just to visit.
Yeah.
I like Austin. I mean, I wish they were a little bit more, what do you say, friendly here with us.
You don't think they're friendly?
I'm talking about like how do I say? I'm talking about like the president and like governors and like all these people. But like friendlier with like everyone at least. Because I feel like even in between themselves, they're not really friendly, dude.
No, for sure not.
I think it's more of like a wealth. I feel like wealthy people are just not friendly with other people.
Well, yeah, some. I would say some. I wouldn't say all.
Yeah, I guess not. Well, I don't know, dude. I work with some wealthy people, and they are the nicest people that I've talked to, but they are low-key racist.
Yeah.
So and I feel like a lot of people don't understand, or at least they don't think about how other races use different ways of being mean or like or saying things in different ways.
For sure.
Right?
Yes.
Like they're not as direct. They're not gonna be like, oh well, you don't know, like your people, like something like that. But they'll say little comments, or they'll say things a different way, in a polite way, but they're still disrespecting you. They're still throwing shit at you. And I've caught that, I've caught that with people at my job, where it's like they're being nice, but they're not being nice. They're actually being racist. They're telling you stuff. They're just acting a certain way because that's how they are. But at the end, they do. And my the people that I work for, they tell me like, oh, like they talk to us a certain way about you guys, but when you guys are there, they talk a different way. So like they talk shit about us when we're not there, but when we're there, they're really polite, but they still throw like certain things,
little hits, shade,
and I catch things like that, and I'm like, because I've seen a bunch of I'm not really with picking sides, but I've seen a bunch of creators that are like always advocating Latinos for Trump type of thing.
That's wild.
It is really wild.
That's insane to me.
And there's a lot of people that are like, well, I've been treated worse by my own people than, people from here. And I try to explain that to them, like, not argue, but like try to tell them, like, dude, it's because they're saying it in a way that you don't understand.
Yeah, for sure.
The people that tell you things straight up, or at least are telling you straight up, like certain things. But these other people will do things or vote against things that are going to affect you, and they're going to be really nice to you. They're going to be really nice to you, but then when it comes to voting, they're going to be like, oh yeah, let's cut off medical for middle class. So that's literally against, they're doing it against you. They're against you. They just are nice about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at everything that's happened so far.
Yeah.
With everything, the farmers leaving, not working. What else? I think what upset me recently was that SNAP was getting taken away because I grew up on SNAP.
Oh.
My mom lived off of it. She had me at 16. Like, what, and I think a lot of people are going to struggle. Like, we can't even afford to eat. Like, they can't afford to buy groceries. You know how much groceries are now?
Dude, groceries are expensive.
They're so expensive. We go to Costco, and you can definitely see what went up. And I'm like, damn. Like,
especially if you're trying to eat healthy. I mean, we're talking about eating healthy. I feel like eating healthy.
Well, I think I can like nudge on that a little bit. I think eating healthier is going to be cheaper than buying junk food. If you buy 20 pizzas at like Walmart, the little chiquitos, those thin slice, it's most likely going to be more expensive than you just buying like some chicken and some frozen vegetables.
Okay, yeah.
So like, I think it's like choosy. And I think it's like, I've had clients come up to me, he's like, oh shit, like I spend less money eating healthier. And meat went up, like the cost of meat and everything went up. So I totally understand. But I always tell them, okay, don't buy the most expensive meat. Just buy a leaner meat. Don't buy the fancy shit. Buy frozen vegetables. Buy frozen fruits. It's going to last you longer. Yeah, like, no, like it's going to last. Buy fruits that you're going to eat within that week. Like I buy apples and I eat the whole bag within the week.
I want to be as rich as, I think I saw Kim Kardashian do, show her fridge. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Oh, they're so nice. And Chris's and Kim's are so nice.
I saw that. I'm not a fan of them and I don't really watch their stuff, but I saw a TikTok where they were showing it, walking it. And not only that, they had a greenhouse in the back of their house.
Well, think about it. I think about it and I'm just like, okay, how much food is actually getting eaten and how much food are they wasting?
True.
A lot of people don't like the Kardashians. It's funny because I watch their show. Because they're really good business women. Yeah. Like they know what. Did you see? It's kind of off topic, but did you see what she like released recently? It was kind of it's really weird.
No, what is she released?
So she has a brand called Skims, and she released a thong with hair that was in the front of it.
Okay, yeah.
And I was just like, that is so weird, but people bought it.
Yeah,
and people sold out.
Yeah.
Because she's so good at marketing and she's just such a good business person. Like people could not on TikTok. I kept seeing, oh my gosh, how is this sold out? This is so stupid. Like that's the dumbest idea ever. But her and her family are such good business women that they know how to sell things. They know how to market things. They were like the first influencers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I remember not defending them, but I remember telling people because a lot of people would talk shit about them, especially Kim. And like, oh, like they don't really have talent and like they're famous. Off topic too, right? But I would just comment on people's things because I like commenting on TikToks. Like, oh, you do it. Like, you know, like you build what she has. Like, if it's so easy, like you do it. Somebody please show me how to have. Like, I wish I could.
Dude, I don't know how many seasons they're on, like of their show.
Yeah,
I'm just like, that's insane. The only sister that bothers me is Courtney.
I don't know them, dude. Damn it. I only know
It's Kim. Okay. It's okay. So Kim is the second oldest and she has her sister Courtney that's older.
Is that the one that was going out with
Travis Barker?
She with the rock
she just, I was like, I could not stand the way she complains every season. She's just like, I just don't want to be here. I'm like, then why are you here? Because she needs to make money.
Yeah. No, yeah. So, and people, it is true what you're saying. People don't understand how even making a video of them criticizing her helps her.
Yes. Talking about her, criticizing her. Yes. And always going to help. And
not only is it helping her, but it's helping them. Like you're creating out of her content. So I'm telling you, like I be commenting on things because I'm like, well, you should at least be thankful that they gave you something to talk about. Yeah. Because a lot of people talk shit about all this, and then I'm always like, dude.
But why do you think that is? Like, why do you think people talk shit about other people and about celebrities?
To get attention. I think it is because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Bad Bunny as well. You know how he's performing at the Super Bowl, and I started seeing a lot of people like talking about, oh, Bad Bunny, like he sucks, and like, you know, like what do you think? Leave your comments, and I'm just like, dude, you are literally feeding off.
Yes.
You're making content off of Bad Bunny.
Oh, people were so mad.
And it's crazy.
I'm just like, stop, like relax.
You could just not watch the Super Bowl.
You don't have to watch halftime, but it's gonna be the most watched.
It is. Hey, we love Benito. I love Benito.
And I love him. He's my favorite. I think Benito and Karol G are like my favorites right now. But if you think about it, going back to Being You, they were themselves this whole time. They were themselves this whole time. Like whenever I first heard about Benito and his first album, I was like, why does he have this V in front of his forehead? I'm like, why is he wearing glasses like this? And then when I saw him in I Like It with Cardi B, I'm just like, oh shit, like he's just being himself. Like he just, that's all. And look where he's at. Yeah. And look at how much he's evolved within his career. Karol G's the same way. I think she, like with her blue hair, I was just like, why does she have blue hair? Like it doesn't mean something, but it's just like her different eras of her albums and her growing. And have you seen her documentary?
I have not.
You should watch it with your wife.
I'm not a Karol G. My wife is though. She puts me on some of her songs. I'm more of a Benito fan.
You should watch it with her. How you were saying like you were crying because of your traumatic. made me feel better because she cries a lot in her documentary.
I don't like people crying.
I'm a crybaby.
No,
I'm a crybaby. I cry for everything, no matter if it's happy, sad. And it's just because I'm just an emotional, vulnerable person.
Something about watching somebody cry on a TV screen or on a screen makes me think that it's acted.
Oh, okay. They're acting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like I see, and even people that I know, I've seen people that I follow crying on TikTok, and it's just cringe. It gives me cringe. It just feels,
I think
I'm just like,
I think people cry because they just have nobody. They have no one.
Dude, that's sad.
Well, it's like they have nobody to like tell. Then they're you know what? Fuck it. Like I'm gonna post it just to see.
Yeah, I've never thought about. Now I feel bad for judging.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just think people cry because they don't have anybody, and I think that's another reason why I'm doing the podcast.
But crying is good.
Crying is good.
Yes.
I think that's another reason I'm doing the podcast because people feel so alone, and I think, not that I know that it's hard because a lot of people can't get out of their shells, and I've heard and I've seen studies that if you become a part of a community, it adds like 7 years to your life. That's
the whole fitting in thing.
Yeah.
You know, as humans, we tried, and it's in our human nature. We're supposed to connect with others. Mm-hmm. We're beings that need each other to survive. So we try to fit into groups. We try to be. And maybe you. It's kind of hard to understand, I guess, in a way where until you have kids.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know.
You start building your own
little
circle.
family. Yeah.
So it kind of, everything that's outside kind of like doesn't matter in a way.
Well, yeah. Even being married, like me being really like with his family and then with my family, like when I'm with both, either or, like nothing else matters. Like this is my little family with my husband. Or like just us two sometimes. And we have a dog and it's just us two. And I'm just like, nothing else matters right now.
Yes.
You know, it's just us. Like,
yes. You know, and not to diminish that, but with your kids, dude, it is crazy insane. Well, I guess not everybody feels
He's
that,
like
right?
crazy insane.
It is insane. it is. And dude, I've told people I've been, not really sure about things throughout my whole life. I've had days at work where I'm working and I just stop and I'm just like, ain't no way I was born to do this my whole life. Ain't no way I was born to work so much for money. This is, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
It's happened to me when I'm in traffic. Like I'm in traffic and I've been in traffic for like 30, 40 minutes and I'm like, is this really life? Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
With anything that I've done, dude, I'll be with the podcast too. I'll be editing and I'm just like, is this really it? Is this really what I'm doing? I'm just on a screen editing a video about a talk. But I've never doubted my kids.
Yeah.
It's never crossed my mind like, is this really what you want to know? Like something about your kids that fulfill you so much in a way where they're not giving you anything. Cause they're just love you because they
you're
love you.
Yeah.
They love you because you're you. That is insane. I've never thought about that. They might even know who I am better than myself because they love me regardless of what I do.
Well, yeah, kids are very like. Kids also like they're very in the moment. They don't think about tomorrow. Dude. They don't think about yesterday. Or like I've met so many kids like of my clients. They're just like, oh, my mom's so cool because she's like working out, and I'm just like, yeah, she is so cool because she's working out.
Yes, we need more of that as an adult. Yeah. I feel like you were talking about a little bit ago about like how we get lost in everything we have and we don't think about the moment.
No. My friend, she works with kids and for Austin FC. I saw that you like Austin FC. Like it's a nonprofit. And she's just like, I like working with kids because they're like in the moment, like they're present. They don't care about yesterday. Today is all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Or what I'm doing tonight. Oh, we're gonna go watch a movie, or like we're gonna go do this. Tomorrow's not even in their mind. It's just today. It's
something. Yeah, I've told a bunch of people too. My kids will enjoy playing with a puddle of water so much, and I'd be jealous. I'd be like, why can't I enjoy life as much as them?
Yeah.
Anything they do is just happy and fun for them. And as an adult, you kind of start losing that. Society kind of starts fitting
too
you
much pressure.
Yes,
yeah.
and it's just like, dude, you can't have fun on a puddle. Like, you know, like do something else. Go drink.
Well, also, it's not the same as like back then. Like my dad is always like, "Ya, compra un casa." I'm like, you know how much it is? You know how much I can't get.
Casa.
I was
That's
like,
wild.
I was like, you know how much it is? Like, it's not 150 like back then, like for a house.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Ya, compra. Why are you moving to an apartment?" Or like, "¿Por qué estás haciendo esto?" I'm just like, dude. It's not the same.
Hey, life in an apartment is cool. I
love living in an apartment. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're moving from a house to an apartment.
Okay.
And I love living in the house. That's where I started my business. I did a home gym in the garage, and I just like started working out with clients. But I'm just like, damn, a house is a lot to maintain.
Yep.
It's a lot to maintain. I was just like, I can move back to an apartment. It's fine.
No, apartments are good. Apartments are good. No, yeah, I was telling you, and not to compare. I don't like comparing kids to dogs. But you have a dog, and dogs enjoy things.
They just want love.
Yeah.
They just want,
and they love you regardless of how you're feeling. You know, they'll give you company. They'll be happy to see you.
Yeah.
So I can also compare how like you know, you feel needed and wanted.
Well, also, I don't know if your kids like. Obviously, I don't have kids, but whenever it's just me and my dog, he goes to bed like all day, and then he does the same thing with my husband. He's like, he doesn't even like hang out with me. He just like goes to bed. But when we're together, when me and him are home, all he wants to do is like be around us, lay with us. Like he doesn't want to leave our side. He just wants to be there with both of us. And I'm just like, oh wow, like he probably like feels whole with both of us here. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the kids feel the same way.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't have that for a long time. Like I
never had that.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like I didn't have that for a long time, and I grew up with my grandparents. I was the only one who grew up with my grandparents. My siblings didn't. They grew up with my parents, but like when they separated, I was just like seeing all my friends with both their parents. I'm just like, damn, like I don't have that. Like it's just like, you know.
Yeah, no. I feel you on that. I feel you. I think it was hard for me, and now as a parent, it's really hard to. I'm telling you, to be a parent when you didn't have a role. My mom was not even there either because she had to work
all the time. Yeah,
all the time. She had to work all the time, and I guess she had a personal life too.
Yeah,
so she, you know, she had to tend to herself and what she wanted to do as well. So I feel like I didn't have parents, and it's kind of like a good thing because it built a sense of like not needing anybody in my life. I feel like I'm I mean, I moved out independent. Yeah. I feel like I moved out at an early age. I started working. I didn't really care about college, which is wrong. I wish I would have gone to college. I feel like I still can, and I will eventually, depending on what I want to do. But I didn't have guides. I had I guess I'm telling you, my teachers will like kind of guide me, but it's different to have somebody that loves you tell you like, you know, certain things than just a teacher. But I needed all those things as well, dude. I feel like my childhood was pretty hard, but I've talked to a lot of people and everybody has had the same life. Everybody I've talked to, either they haven't had their dad, or they split, their parents split, or they started at a young age working. Everyone, dude, and it's insane. We're all in the same boat. And sometimes I feel better than others because I'm like, I feel like my way of thinking, it's a little bit more straightforward to the part where like I kind of figure things out a little bit faster.
Oh yeah, I think being the oldest too.
That's like, what it is.
Being the oldest, you figure out everything faster. Yeah. Because like stuff that I went through, my sister, I would never want her to go through.
Yeah.
And like just protecting her from things that I saw that I'm glad she never see, or like as well as my brother. He's just 5 years younger than me. But I'm just like, I'm so glad it was me and not them. Yeah,
I guess me too. I'm kind of happy that and I was not even a good role model for my brothers, and I'm the oldest.
They probably think you were.
They do. No, they've talked to me and they tell me that they looked up to me, but I feel like I let them down. I feel like I should have been better, a better brother. Because I'm telling you, I left and I didn't really talk to them. I just left because I don't know, I was dumb. And I wanted my own independence. But I think
we all do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it's like crazy seeing them grow up now that I don't live with them. I'm just like, damn, like I don't live with them anymore. I don't see them as often, you know. But you can still be a good sibling.
Now I am. Now I try to be. I try to help them as much as I can. Let's finish up. Okay, cool. Can you tell me, and just to close it up, about what's coming for you with this podcast? When are you going to be releasing episodes?
So we're going to release it in January.
Okay.
Because we're trying to get all these applicant screenings going and, interviewing everybody. We already have some booked already, like episodes. We start recording hopefully next weekend. If not next weekend, the week prior, because we need to get everything going, and it will be like taking place at my place, and I need to be very careful on who I invite. Of course, right? Every time. And I'm excited because there's going to be so many different kinds of people, and it's going to be, men, women. I'm mainly probably women, but I'll have men as well telling their stories, and like so many people who are entrepreneurs, creators, lawyers, photographers that I've seen, and people who just have gone through like the hardest things. Like I've had already people talk to me about like their mental health and suicide and everything like that, which is really like raw topics, which is something I put a disclaimer, right? Because there's a lot of people who go through it and feel alone, and especially people who are new to Austin, new city, don't know what to do or like how to feel, and finding that community for them is big. That's like the biggest thing, and we're going to start releasing in January, and it's called the Coffee Slut Podcast. Oh,
I was going to ask you about the name. How was it hard for you to come up with the name?
I had a different the Coffee Slut Podcast. A lot of people love the name. The girls loved it, but the first name I had was actually Scattered Brain. Like that's a good one, right? So I had Scattered Brain, and I looked it up to make sure if anybody had it. Some people had like scattered. Some people had it, but it wasn't how I was going to do it. And then one day I was like driving with my friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I've said this for years, and it never occurred to me. I was like, oh my God, I should make a shirt that says Coffee Slut. She's like, why don't you name your podcast that? And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. So I just changed it. So I was like, the Coffee Slut Podcast. And I love coffee, so that's what I drink.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. So, I mean, you'd be surprised. A lot of people don't drink coffee. And I'm just like, okay, well, what do you drink, Because it is called the Coffee Slut Podcast. But I'm excited. I'm hoping the episodes are like 45 minutes to an hour long. And then we'll go from there. But it's going to be like structured, asking them questions, interviewing them, asking about their childhood too, and how they got to where they're at, and what's like, the biggest life lesson. But yeah. Okay. And for for people that are interested in your job. Yeah, personal training. I train in 3 different locations. South and North. So Burnett Road, I just train at a gym there, and as well as South Emporadas is an all women's gym as well. So you just let me know. I'm Vanessa Rivera on Instagram. And yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to end it there. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Of course. Thank you for having me. And I hope I get invited to your podcast because, I actually want to do the screening because I want to know what the whole process is. Yeah. We can do it. We can do it right after. And anybody can... anybody can apply. The only reason we're having the screenings is to make sure you can hold a conversation. Like, that's the point. That's the whole point of it. I already have, like, a producer who's helping me, and my husband is doing, like, analytics, marketing, and he's also helping interview. So it's going to be up to 3 people. Cool. Yeah. Okay. See, it's really interesting that you say that because I never thought about that until I started inviting people that don't know how to hold a conversation. Yeah, it's really important. But very important. I made it my job to make sure that people talk. Yes. I started even watching YouTube videos on how to make people talk. And it is so interesting. Mm-hmm. And I even read some TikToks. Well, when you meet, like real quick, when I meet somebody and I like start a conversation, they just like stop talking. Yeah. I felt like it was like, oh, well, they just don't want to talk to me. But a lot of people are just shy. They don't know how to have a conversation. Yeah. I'm just like, oh, shit. Like, some people are not shy. Some people are shy once you put them on the mic. Because I've had people we sat down, we started talking. And as soon as I started recording, nothing. And really? I'd be like, oh, my God, dude, like, do you want to be here? Because alcohol kind of loosens people up a little bit. Yeah, for sure. It's like a tactic that I kind of use where I'm like, do you want a shot? And maybe you can loosen up a little bit. But we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Vanessa. And we'll talk to you later.